Hello everyone, I'm Rob Smith of Smiths in the Black with the Strat Time Report, and we're coming into Super Bowl weekend, and they're announcing a Fed meeting on Monday. But we'll play that as we see it. Could be a little slow with people dragging a little bit after the Super Bowl. Right now, we got what we were expecting, inside week. But we're staying closer to the lows. So I always want to know which side you're closer to when you come into a new week. Right now, we're closer to going inside and down on the week. However, you still have this doji inside month, and that is nowhere near resolving, and that gives you the market that we have, back and forth and doing nothing, right? The good thing is, like yesterday, we had some more range. Today, what we're seeing is this ongoing battle with energy strength and tech weakness giving us a nothing in the market. So if we take a look at Zilla, nice little gapper here. One of the things we look for here is the 2 up 30, the 2 down. So you could have taken that as a reversal, but you just get out once it comes back into here. And then this is the 2 down, 2 up, and off she goes, still going. Like I said, crude and the energy is your leaders here. You can see crude taking out yesterday's highs and still holding way up there, and that Texas XLE. Not really gunning here. OIH. Much better. And so that's one of the good things here. Now you got an inside 30. How's the 60 looking? 60 hammer if you want to take that out, and that's your slobs and your Halliburtons, obviously. So one of the good things is when you have like the energy going, is you can go down the line and see who actually is it in there. And you can have the oil services OIH, you can have the large integrated XLE, and then you got refiners, Valero. And Valero having a nice one, taking out last month's highs. That's something we always like here, right? It's been higher in the past. Short-term exhaustion risk here, but it was inside day and up yesterday, and now the follow-through. HFC. And HFC, outside day to the upside, still coming on that month, but you can see that 2 in its way back up. 2 last week, 2 continuation. PSX. Give me some refines. Remember, that was inside month to the upside last month. Still going, all right? And so that's who it is. You got an inside 60 right now. If we go to, well, let's get to the SPY. Let's go to the Qs. Get around the horn here. Qs also a lot closer to taking out the lows of the week coming in. Red on the month, right? Got some distance on that, but tech is starting to lose it just a tad, and that tells us SMH here, and that's taking out yesterday's lows, 3-2 down. Also setting up shooter closer to taking out this week's lows next week. If you go to diamonds, and the diamonds inside day, and the week went up, but now potentially shooter, still doji on the month, so it's still jury out on that one. If you go to small cappers, and small cappers still inside day and inside month, so we still have all that kind of stuff. Anywho, XME still leader, still potential outside day, also leading there with the inflation trade, trying to get out of all of this stuff. And you got CRS having a nice day here. Carpenter Tack, you can see that just blasting up into the highs. A little tricky on that, but if you go down to a 30, get that inside 30 right there, and then grind, because not doing too much. Nucor still being inside day, letter X here. So, but XME itself is coming up here. If you go to NBIX, and NBIX having a nice little day here, and you can see that 2 up, 2 down, boom, 2D2 up. Still inside of the month, but it is 2 on the week and coming back through this, the old outside bar, which is a broadening formation. That's good, and that's this outside month here. So still working that as NBIX. On the 30, you see this 2 down, 2 up. If you go to the 60, still inside opening on the new hour, but would be 2 if you can take that out. But we'll see. Market kind of falling asleep here. If you go to Grin, Grin, and Grin having a nice little day, taking out last week's highs and going into the all-time highs, but having percentage nice day here. If we go down to the 30, see this, the inside 30, the poke down, RevStrat 30, boom, into the highs. So Patterson Energy, what are you doing here, buddy? See PTEN going up to the highs here in the energy. PTEN, have a nice day. That's an outside day to the upside, which means this selling was rejected yesterday, and boom, still being rejected. PTEN, Patterson Energy. Coming into a little weed here, CGC. CGC coming up because it's closer to taking that month here. You can see that above 964. You're almost there. How's Tilray doing? Tilray. So weed coming up in anticipation of Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg at the Super Bowl. If we go to Coop, COOP, and outside month to the upside, and look at this week. Back to previous range perfect. 2 down, 2 up, and boom, off she goes. A little quick here right now, so we'll see if that sets up again for us. If we go to LXU, and LXU coming up here, taking out yesterday's highs, inside month to the upside, and it's outside, inside 312 to the upside, right? And so we'll see if that sets up again for us. Regeneron in the bio is also waking up here a little bit. Regeneron, not doing too much, but it is taking out last month's highs. Right? You get kind of jammed up and all here, but that's certainly things that we pay attention to as the month goes on. If you go to Yelp, not doing too much here, but waking up a bit and going after last month's highs. See that? So that's always something we want to pay attention to right now. RevStrat, that was inside this pokes down if you take out 38.05, but market's still a little heavy here, and that's going to be, like I said, the tech is still having some problems. SMH here, and SMH also, like a lot of things, setting up that shooter week. Still an inside month, but taking out yesterday's lows. That's 3.2 to the downside. You got AMD having some problems, and look at this. It's real close to a 2 back down on the week coming in Monday morning, and so always want to pay attention to that. If we could take a look at Texas Instruments, also having issues, and look at this, taking out last month's lows. So Texas Instruments having all sorts of trouble here. If we go to, what's Corvo doing? Corvo, still inside month and inside week, so that something like that will be a tell for next week, right? How do you break this week? This thing, because that could propel these things either way. AMD goes to lows, and that tells you to look at Xilinx here, also coming down and setting this thing up after taking out the month and now coming back through the range. So potential problems there. LRCX here, not the end of the world, but back to doji land on the week. So we'll see. How's SWKS doing? Let's just go down the line. SWKS shooter 2-2 reversal on the day. Still an inside week and an outside week, inside week. So that could be another tell for next week. How's Marvell? It's going down here. Marvell setting up the shooter. How about Microchip? There. All right, another inside weaker. So those things will be the tell come next week. If we go to Facebook. Facebook, not the end of the world, but man, tried to get going here on the 2-2 reversal. Then I went 2 up, and now 2-2 reversal back down. Right, so that week still was a 3-2 to the downside. Blood red on the month, so that's still a problem for them. So we'll see how that goes. If we go to Adobe, and Adobe here, 2 up, 2 down reversal on the week, and getting closer to taking out last month's lows. So Adobe still in trouble here as well. If we go to Good Tires, and Good Tires having some issues. Boom, down she goes. A little quick on this one, and grindy, but you do have this. 30, did have an inside 30. You got one now, right? Big outside week, and now the 2-2 reversal month. And you can see how it goes. The higher highs and the lower lows would be something like this. Down, all the way down into here, right? So we'll see if that can make that, keep that on the radar. Speaking of get killed, remember Zebra from yesterday. Zebra hit magnitude and then some. And what I mean by that is you had the hammer, shooter, and then these two to become an outside bar of that, which it did, and then boom, down she goes again, getting pounded. Now you can see inside on the 30 after triangle the ouch. 2 down, 2 up, and now inside. So we'll see if that rolls back down. If we go to MSB, Slaughterhouse getting pounded here, and that's the 2-2 reversal month. 2 up, 2 down, and the outside weak. Tried to go hammer, counter shooter, didn't work. Boom. Whatever these guys do, it's not working. If you go to QLYS, and QLYS, inside day to the downside. 2 up, inside, back through previous range. Still inside in the month, and that causes the outside weak, and we'll see. Now it's kind of stuck down here in the mother bar. Inside 60 pokes up and then comes right back in. So potential 1 bar rev strat 1-3, and if it doesn't do that by taking out these lows, next hour when this thing closes out the low of that. If you go to CPRT, OIH is going to the highs right now. Get ye slob Halliburtons. Okay, CPRT having some problems here and coming down and taking out last week. That's a 2 up, 2 down week. Getting closer to going 2 on the month by taking that down. Having some problems here, but they hit it pretty hard. You did have a nice 30 in there, though. We'll see if that sets up again. There's your inside 30 shooter. Boom, down she goes. If you go to IAA, and IAA having all sorts of issues, and that took that week down. Month is gone. And back to previous range, just a little exhaustion risk. Now grinding a little bit in here. Here was a nice inside 30, though, for you. Seeing Venom and the energies going to the highs right now. And that's taking out last month's highs, too. Looks like a 1 bar rev strat weaker. The Motor City Madhouse, let me see here. There's a lot. Nope. That's inside to the upside. 3-1-2 Chicago up. Venom. And you know, it tells us about Fang. Energy still inside day. Okay. If we go to, well, AFRM, still in trouble. Taking out yesterday's lows. So it's just kind of grinding lower, but anybody got trapped in this still needs to get out if they didn't get out in here. If they got the phone call when it was in here. It did what? Boom. Down. So we'll see if we got some more people trapped in that. If we go to CFLT. And CFLT, now just grinding around in here, but had that reversal down here on the daily outside week and potentially an outside month or here. So we'll see. Like I said, a lot of things just get stuck in here and then grind. AMD is going to the lows as I speak. Right here. Also having some trouble today. The FedEx taking out last month's lows. That's a 2-2 reversal on the month, and that's a 3-2-2 because this was an outside month. So FedEx having some problems. The 2 up, 2 down, 2 up, 2 down week, and you're coming back through this range. So FedEx having some issues here too. Also, you know, in a rocky week that we had, even though it's a lot of insides or whatever, what we've seen time and time again over the course of the last month, a lot of good action coming into the close. When a lot of people will say, you know, all the action's on the opening, we've seen a lot of clean action on the close, either up or down. Right now, they're looking a little heavy and doing what they've been doing all year, rotating into energy, rotating out of tech, and that is not changed as of right now. So, hope everybody had a great weekend, has an even better weekend. Remember, Monday might be a little slow in front of the Fed and post Super Bowl, but we'll see what the Fed has to say. All right, that's going to do it for today. I'm Rob Smith. Smith Black Strat Time Report.